Well, hello, 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 and welcome. This is Joining the Jewel Design, and we are here tonight in I call it evening edition of a craft moment. This is my evening. I don't usually do this in the evening, but this is the time I had, so I thought I'd jump on and, well, test some stuff out. So hopefully you guys will see this at midnight, so 1 o'clock or 2 or 3 in the morning, or of course first thing Thursday morning, whatever works for you. But I'm definitely going to try to get this done and get it up for you guys as quickly as possible, since it's already Wednesday evening for me and the week has definitely flown by without a video, because we can't have that. So it's been crazy. I got a new phone for my birthday. I was really stoked. I ordered it a little early. It showed up on my birthday. I was really shocked. Thanks to my parents helping me out with that, because lately, guys, I've been complaining about the dark, and it looks really clear on my screen. Maybe a little yellow. I don't know. That I have some settings I can play with after a while. Flush, bright, vibrant, warm, cool, whatever. But I'm just stoked that when I look at my screen, it is so much lighter. Like I see for like real color instead of sort of muted, muddied, whatever. So I'm very stoked about that. So fingers crossed. Tomorrow I get to play with the camera itself and take photos so we can get some new listings up. So all that good stuff. Anyway, so I thought I have a quick fun little project. I started getting back to my product packaging series. Where, taking unusual products and even the packaging for certain products and, turning it into something else. One time, I don't even know where I put them. Oh, anyway, I took some, some pressboard, cardboard, whatever you want to call it, pieces in a box that had, things like this kind of deal in it. And we folded it and we made cute things out of it. I've done a couple other things. So anyway, there's a series, playlist of using different products, the packaging from certain products. I know we all do it with our journals. We'll use the packaging literally from Amazon, so on and so forth to make really fun, yummy, journal covers and whatnot. But sometimes I like to take the really unusual things and, make something else out of it. So like I have this was around the pillows. They have the slots here. So I'm really tempted because it's happened to rip and it is a little wide, but I'm hoping if I cut it down this line and this line, this would be a great packaging product where we could re-put the ribbon or even the large ribbon that comes with it to make like a belly band on the back. We could slip it on a page, decorate this up. Maybe it'd be a cool idea to put in my purple idea book. I love the green, and so if we did a lot of purple, like clustering and collaging here, and slip it on a page, and they'd have that automatic, fabric belly band on the backside of the paper, or of the page. So that's a fun, packaging from our product that we buy and ways to do it. Because I'll usually love what's printed on it, and I'm wondering, how can I cover this and use it in a fun way in my journals, or lookbooks and things like that. So today, because I got the new phone, I was cleaning out everything, which is a bummer because my last phone, I just got this newest cover. It's a clear cover. It has the purple butterflies on it, and the back of my phone was a teal color. So it was really pretty. And I'm really bummed that I didn't have it very long, and here I've got this one. But I have my purple journal book, so I think same idea. I think we're going to cut, on one of the next videos, I think we're going to cut this open a little bit, where maybe with the right glue we could glue the edges down to make it a sort of a slightly 3D pocket. But it's covering in here with paper and book pages and things like that, where, because since we can see through it, let's put stuff underneath it and stuff on top of it where, a little bit of something, right? So this will be a fun project. I don't know if I'll do it on camera or not, but I like taking fun, unusual things. And since my idea book is a ring binder, I can go this thick if I wanted to, right? There's about, it's only about half of the width of my finger, but that would stick out in any normal journal, right? So here I could use it, glue it down, put it in my idea book because it's a ring binder type ordeal. And so it doesn't matter how thick it is, right? But it gives us some 3D effect and makes for a fun, tall, skinny tag or journal card pocket in there. So, you could even make it a shaker if I wanted to cover up all the holes. I could even put confetti into the page. It'd be very shaky, but it's a little harder to make shakers when you can't take the ephemera out and actually shake it. I think I did that to a journal piece one time, and I went, well, that's useless. You're not going to sit there and shake the whole journal to shake the page, you know? So, anyway, things like that. So today, in the sense of, on the whole theme of the phone and, evening, I have some old plexiglass or tempered glass covers that go to the front of your phones to help them from cracking, right? So this takes the damage, not the screen of your phone. And usually it's covered on two sides. This one's on that side, so I think you put it down on one and sticky on the other. I thought maybe it was sticky on both sides. I'm sort of shocked it's not. Wonder why. And it's really not sticky on either side. Oh, that would be the side that's sticky, though. Huh, I was hoping it was stickier, and I'm a little flabbergasted because I thought maybe it was sticky. It would make it really fun to glue stuff down, but really it isn't. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, do it backwards. Peel this off before application. Maybe it's not as sticky as I thought. Oh, shoot. Well, here I thought both, because sometimes it's a clear covering on both sides, sort of helps put it down and give you that sticky side. And I was going to make it worth my while. Oh, bummer. Okay, well, I don't know. Who knows? All right, what I want to do is put book page on the back so you can see it through, right? And I thought it'd be sticky, so I was like, oh, we'll just stick it right down. It may still work. And then we were going to then layer on top of it with semi-clear washies, fussy cuts, things like that. And if I have to, I'm going to keep this up here, but I may, because it is a tempered, see if we can cut this off and corner it. Now, because it's tempered, any kind of distress means it would shatter. Now, as long as it doesn't completely come apart because it's all glued together, that shattered look, we could put, I just got it. What did I do with it, too? What did I do with my new stuff? Oh, I got new stickles. That's what I got. My mama bought me a whole kit and caboodle of stickles. Because I have the old school glitter puff paint stuff. Glitter glue, puff paint, you know. Try to get a Michael's or Dollar Tree version. It was too watery. Ruins your digitals. So I've had some sort of glitter glue for some time. It reminds me of puff paint. But it's starting to get dry. It's starting to get old. And so my mom heard me going, ooh, that's so pretty. And so she got me a bunch of stickles. Which to me is just, you know, adult glitter paint. Adult puff paint. But we could, if it did happen to shatter, we could cover it up with that too. So I have some ideas and thoughts, but I thought we'd get on here real quick. Try to make it quick. Try to make it a quick video. Haha, you know me. We're having fun though. And do some crafting here tonight. And test out the new phone. See how it does. See how it downloads. How big it is. If it takes forever. How the coloring goes. How well it stays hot or cold. Hold on. I know you're seeing my hand. Sorry. Yeah, see. Because my other phone would overheat under, you know, and even though it was above the light, the light would heat my phone up. The only time I notice this new phone heat up is when it's charging. It warms up a little bit when it supercharges. Okay, so I'm going to see something here. I thought this was going to be sticky. I have a feeling there's absolutely no sticky to this. Nope, it's just static, really. Oh, well, bummer. Well, it's a little tacky, so maybe we will do that side then. I'm like, it is a little tacky. Now, I am purposely doing this upside down because though I may be putting it in journals, could go sideways. I thought it was go sideways, but I don't think it was long enough. I really wanted words from top to bottom as much as I can. I'm going to go upside down with this so in case anything was bad. I'm trying to read real quick any really weird wording. But we are covering a lot too, so I don't know if we have to go to... Nope, I want as much wording as I can get. Okay, we're going to put it down, even though it may not be perfectly sticky, but it is tacky. And I just don't know unless I squeegee it out if it's even going to stay. I don't think it's going to stay. It's tacky, so it's a good place to put it, but it's not perfect. Okay. Let's try it. We are definitely testing. We are just playing with, you know, packaging. We are playing with the product packaging. Now, this isn't packaging that would help keep the phone safe in the sense of receiving it, but it does help. You know, it does help the. Oh, it doesn't move. Well, you put it on there, it may not stay. I may very well be feeling before I even get started. I really did think there was a stickier side to this. Because usually when you put it down, I think it's the way it sits. And so you just assume there's a somewhat sticky side to most of these. Now, I'm waiting to see if, and these were older ones. These were like a Google Pixel, guys. Even Google Pixel, either the original Google Pixel or this was, I don't know, Google doesn't even make these phones, I don't think, anymore. I don't even know. Let's see if it sticks or whether it's just going to pull right off. Oh, it's going to pull right off. Oh, and it took it with it. That is so funny. Or just about. Well, that's sort of funny. Huh. And here I thought I was doing something cool. Maybe not. Now we know. They're tacky. Of course, I've had these forever. They're tacky, and it's probably the side that maybe it does stick to the phone without sticking to the phone, right? Yeah, at some point you have to bring it up, especially if it breaks, you need to be able to pull it back up. So that does make sense now. But no. Well, I don't think it's going to stick to that side either. I bet you. Because I can, but it means nothing's going to stick to it. No matter what we do, nothing's going to stick to it. I'm like, nothing's going to stick to it then. Now, if it really is true that this tacky side was what would stick to the phone, so keeps it on the other side would be pretty smooth, so you could wipe stuff off, I think, over time. Now, it does stick to the not so clear side. I mean, the soft side. The, what's the word? But it would not allow me to, I bet you 10 to 1, nothing is going to stick to this. Rude. I'm like, I don't want to ruin anything. Okay, that's just a piece of paper. Yeah, I don't think anything's ever going to stick to it. Well, shoot, people. Here I was all excited. And even that. Over time, it would pull up. So it doesn't make for a good journal card. Bummer. Well, I was trying to not throw one more thing away. But those are good. I'm like, those are nice little things. Not to use. Well, they could be make pockets out of them. Oh, I could do that. Huh. Well, I'm going to find something. I'm going to find something to do. Well, bummer. Yeah, now there's no point. No one has these phones anymore. The only thing on this clean air one, I mean, we could use it to make a pocket, but because, again, you can't really glue, like, the edge of the paper or anything down to it to keep it, to make a window out of it, and that's a pretty stout window. It's sort of useless. Well, how rude. All right, then. Well, I thought I had a good idea. Now, I could cover these up. There's foam. They're pretty. Someone's stout. You could cover them with words, and we could make a pocket out of them, maybe. Well, we'll try something else. How's that? There's always something to do. Not what I was expecting, but we're going to go with it, people. How to make the most out of, well, I want to see what God gives you, because not quite. But in this case, my creative mind is allowing me to get going, and he did provide me with that. With all the beautiful inspiration from my mother. Because that woman, I will get inspired by her and vice versa. And I love being able to go, hey, I got my brain from you. Got my creative brain from you. So what I'm going to do is that we are going to cover it left and right. Now that is not cut or turned. That is not, what's the word? Covered and all. And anything that doesn't get covered right, I'm going to just cover with lace or more paper, right? If we could glue its front and back, add some trim, do weird stuff. So we're making book page pockets, or inserts, I guess, insert pockets, by using, book pages. But we're using the inside foam, not foam, like styrofoam, it's sort of like a flat bubble wrap type of thing, pocket that they use to, that's where they put the tempered glass in, so that we don't, get your covers broken before you ever get them to you. They try to put them in harder cases, like when they send them to you, but there's no guarantee. Oh, there we go. All right. So what we'll do is when we're all said and done, we'll only decorate one side, and that way we can either glue it down and it becomes a pocket here on the top, or depending on how this all ends up, I think I have some ideas. it will allow you to be like something that you can pull out and, you know, pull out of a pocket and find something cute inside it. Because now it's, you know, all cute and dealt with. Now, let's see, how do I want to cut that off? Which way do I want to do this? Well, that just sort of threw everything for a loop, but that's okay. Same elements, different project, right? Just seeing what we can create today with packaging, trying not to put anything else into the lovely landfill if I can help it. Ha ha. How are we all today, though? We are finally in April. We are on, let's see, today for me, I think it's the 2nd. No. Yes. No. Yes. It is the 2nd of April. So you guys will see this technically the 3rd, one way or another, of April. And here we go. I can't believe we are 3 months down, all done. 3 months already gone. No more. 2025. Super crazy. The girls are down to 6 weeks and what? 6 weeks and 5 days left, which would only be 7 weeks. But it's like we have 2 more days of this week, and then their 7th week is actually finals or half days, practices for graduations, things like that. So the last 3 days really don't count. Not for grading periods and things like that. So we are coming down to the last 6 weeks of grading, last 6 week grading period. And it's absolutely just dumbfounding for me to believe. It's just, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Weather held out for the most part over the weekend. Cool, but, you know, a little windy, but not rainy. It didn't rain until really last night. Tuesday night, it poured in the early evening. I'm doing so at the computer, and I'm talking to my daughter, and it's just, all of a sudden we look out, and it's like raining, and it's raining in 2 directions, and then hailing straight down. So we had 3 different, 3 different clouds just like competing for space. It was hilarious. Oh, it was terrible. It was good and bad and weird, and it rained for like 30, 40 minutes. I mean, I had an inch of water out my back patio. Luckily, I have a deck off my actual house, and then it's stone patio thing, whatever. A stone patio, there we go. Like stepping stones. And, yeah, so it was like, I was watching the water just pile up. I was like, Okay, so I think on the bottom here, I definitely want something to creep up and over so that it has, sorry, I'm finding all my pieces here. A little bit of lace. I'm really going for the, I was going to do pink, right? I was going to do a pretty in pink, sort of pretty in pink ordeal here. So, my pieces are everywhere. Let's see. Very pink thing, though I don't think I have a very pink anything else. It might go in one of my, it could go in the altered book easily. Maybe even in the watercolor one. Okay, so I was thinking that we have a little here, and then whatever comes up on the back side can be flat. I don't want to do too much because we said you have the potential of gluing it down, but I might also want to be able to, let's go with this side. I think we'll use this side to glue down. In case, yeah, of this. But I can cover this with washi too, so yes, let's do it that way. Okay, let's see how that works. Yeah, that works. Scissors. So keep in mind when you're decorating stuff, sometimes you go, no matter what, you're going to decorate it all, but you wouldn't want to decorate the backpack if you're for sure going to glue it down so that it is definitely a pocket. So if you decide to glue this down and so that you just have this nice thick foam pocket on the page, you know, but I think this one I may make freestanding. This one I'm going to tuck into another pocket, which we have so many pockets to fill. I put that right side up, didn't I, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I know better. Okay, we're going to have to give it a moment because that is not going to fly. I know. Give that a second. I need to get the air bubble out of it. Don't know what's wrong with my bottle. It has air. I mean, it seems like a really tight fit, but when I squeeze, it gets air in it. I hate to think I have to keep that fully, whatever, all the time. Okay, now, what I was thinking is, we need, even though it's washi, I have a couple different thoughts here, guys. I don't want to get too white, and I can ink it, but I really don't like the fact that there is this error amongst my paperwork here. So I'm trying to reduce it, and then we're going to cover it with some washi, and so it will sort of hide the fact that that was an issue. I'm going pink. Which pinks? Oh, that's peach. That is peach compared to my pink ones. So maybe I want to use this and some of the lace, some of the more these guys for this round and this one, because I think they're a little less pink. And so, and I can't believe those transparent vellum print or sticker sheet paper, and it's yellowing. It's yellowing around the edges, and I thought it was just the pages here that have been exposed because, you know, they're out in the air, and I printed these forever ago. But I even noticed a brand new sheet the other day. I was printing stickers out on them for my planners, and they were starting to have some weird yellow spots in them. So I think it's the hot and cold in my garage that's causing some issues. I'm a little frustrated there. So this was a little less, and so I think it's going to be good for like up here or whatever we want to do. But I think the slightly heavier pattern I'm going to use on the back. But I wanted to put it down before I glue the back down. That way if it wants to overlap underneath it, I can. But it's just enough in case, you know, because I'm potentially making this something that it will insert into a pocket, will not be glued down. So we get to decorate the backside just a little bit if I want. Because I'm trying to hide the fact that, you know, the book page did not cover like I wanted it to. And I like the fact this is vertical. I know this is vertical, but it allows squares and geometric things here to give some juxtaposition. Like it's flowing into something that's nice and curved. I don't know if juxtaposition is the right word. Opposites attract. Reverse. I don't know. Adjacent. I get the right wording there, right? Let's see. How much do I need? To that line, but I don't want to cut it that way. Okay. I'm like, let's not cut the strips until I have to. But in this one, for sure. I know I cut the other one, all the other one out, but we will utilize that, so I'm okay with that. But anyway, so yeah, no, it rained on and off on Monday, and it definitely rained pretty good last night. So today was clouds came and went, which made it very hard to photograph. I never got a chance. Every time I wanted to photograph, I'm like, okay, let me get this done. I'll go inside and photograph, and it'd be overcast. Let me go do a kid, then I'll go do this, and then I'll photograph. No, never. It just didn't work out. So it's okay. Like I said, I will work on that tomorrow. Got new butterflies to put in the shop for you guys. Like I do with the word labels, we are putting in some of my butterfly collection into the shop, into the design journal and supply shop, where you can get them pre-printed in a certain set of my creation, and you can buy them printed, ready to go. And then all you have to do is fussy cut them out to your liking, however you want to do it. You know, you can almost square it off. You can either cut them as a square and ink them and do it that way, or you can totally fussy cut it. They are creations of mine. They are not AI. They are not clip art that I've purchased and resold. I actually traced out shapes from a couple different butterflies, traced out my own shape that I liked, and then I layered and layered and layered. Created the texture on the body of the butterfly. I found antlers that I liked, or antennas, antlers. That reminds me of Gail. That is so funny. Gail used to do that. I found antennas that I like, and then the layering on them, the backgrounds, the splotches, the florals. It's all things that I've layered and tweaked and colored accordingly. So, for once, you know, it's a non-AI. It's not an AI. It's not clip art that I bought from somebody else. These are mine, and it's nice because I had them as a digital format, which they'll be back up soon. But I decided to do some print and ship versions to put in the supply shop, and I think there'll be about 4 different sets, so that's good. And it did allow me to want to create a third. I have a garden collection butterflies, and I created a third one. So I have a purple, a pink, and now I have this French blue. So I'm loving it. That's going to be a great set for you guys to grab. But I have to photograph all that. I like to photograph the actual, you know, printed versions that are with their clips and stuff, so you can see what it looks like, and we're not guessing at it. Okay, so that helped cover it a little bit, but not really. So I'm going to want to put something back here for sure. Speaking of which, I'm probably put a butterfly or two, huh? Let's see. Well, these are purple, and I'm working on pink. Do I have any pink left? Guess I better get these out where I can see them, because that's my purple. That's my lavender wisteria one. I have. Oh yes, I have large ones. Really large ones. Those are even bigger than. I have a couple different sizes, so I think is that the size of them? Feel really big, but that might work for us here. But yeah, that's my rose ones. So anyway, I have all kinds of things, but I know Lorette showed some of them off today, which was really sweet of her. So she uses them all the time, and of course, there's also sizes that, and maybe even colors that she has that no one else has. But the joys of being, having exclusive access to a designer, we get to do things just for them. Blue, teal. Okay, no more little pink ones. I just have the bigger pink ones, which is okay. I can make that work. Don't have a problem with that. I can make that work. What is that? Oh, red stickers. I'm like, thought they were pink. I was excited there for a second. Pink flower too if I need to. As long as they're a little pink, but we can make it work. So I can either just make it a button type thing on the back. I can do both, but we may want to do something else. Okay. And I'm going a little more avant-garde. I'm going to put more lace up there, which I sort of like the idea of. I keep going into the same thing. I keep looking for scraps. I keep looking for pieces that might be helpful, beneficial. That's paper, actually. Oh, I'm like, wait a minute, that's paper. Laces and things, oh my. Decorate these cute little pockets, and then of course it means I have to go, it means I have to go find a journal card or something to put in them. Okay, so here we go. Here is, those are coins, which work too. Those have sort of the pink tones that we're looking at. Those are part of my, yeah, I did them on sticker paper. I've done them on everything. There we go. Yep, I have them in a number of shapes and sizes. I'm going to do it as a... I'm trying to still figure out what to do with this back piece. I don't know whether to cut that out and put a butterfly on it or what. Really, I would put it... I like to tuck it in somewhere, but that might work even if I cut it at a weird angle. So these are all my bits and pieces over the years that I've had like either left over or worked on or whatever. So I was like, well, I have all this stuff. That's not a problem. Even if I did that and we purposely cut it off-centered, I'm okay with too. And do it pink. Let's just do here. On purpose, I do that. This pink may have actually have been a completely different ink at the time. I didn't have my spun sugar when I made this kit. Now this kit is, they're cherry blossoms actually, which I may have as a digital. But they're part of, or they're in the Cherry Blossom Zen Garden kit. I have words, that's right, I have a set of words and cherry blossom butterflies that go in that kit. So sometimes you have to, they're hidden in, these pretties are hidden inside, the journal kits. You get the fun, accessories are sometimes very geared. All your embellishments are geared for that kit and that kit only. You always use them elsewhere, of course, but yeah, so we're back to low 60s, and we could be 70s by Friday, and we could be 80 by middle of next week. Gotta love California. So I'm like, hail and rain, and then poof, back to 70s, and so spring is trying to come. It's all right. It's good. I think it's finally on its way. Okay, so that gives you something of a simple backing to it so that there's something flat. So we tucked it in, but we're not going to see anything weird in the shapes that I don't care for. But the front needs oomph. The front needs something. Now, as you can see, I always leave the antennas in the design, but cutting them out is a whole nother ballpark. And I leave it there for you to decide. You love cutting out the antennas and inking that area. For your projects, you have them there to do so. They are thin, they are light. They look very much like that. I used to fussy cut. Sometimes I will kiss cut around them and try to ink them. Not always. As you can see, these, I think I was doing a mask something and I did not leave the antennas on these. But when you're stacking them, sometimes it's nice to have one with the antennas on it and then the smaller one inside. I will cut the antennas off and layer them. So yeah, I think it just depends. It really does. So I have this butterfly, you know, I'm on a butterfly fetish right now. Because that's what we've been working on, right? For spring and Easter and everything else. So I figured, why not? Maybe a little more purple around this one. Like, let's see what we can do. I know I have some pink words that were actually not, they were sort of the mishaps. They were the cute what ifs of my, and it goes really good with everything. Yeah, these two I love a lot, but they are very pink compared to, say, the coloring we're going. This is such more of a dusty mauve or a pale rose gold that, you know, it's not a pink. And so I think these guys have a tendency of being more in that peachy color and work really well with it. So let's do that. Let's do, what else do we have? I have calendar pieces. I have all kinds of things. I went ahead, I had made calendar journal cards. Thought it was sort of cute, but it's sort of fun. It was like a journal card planner thing. And so, of course, I made them smaller, too. You have to make them smaller, right? And see, that's back to that pink again. Now, that's not as bad because of the plaid, but it's not, I think we're back to the red and the peach actually on that one better. Yeah, I did sets of tickets at one point. A couple variety pages, I guess. Oh, I've designed all kinds of things. You put them up when they're digital. You're like, hey, you create them, you lay them out. They can pick and choose and print them, you know. I don't have to have them always produced and ready to go. But then you go, maybe not. Love these pockets until you actually use them, and then they sort of malfunction on you. Really? Now you're getting stuck. There you go. Okay, don't want to lose anything, so I'm going to tuck these back in. Those are purple and odd beigey colors. Nope, not what I was looking for. We do have words, so we got baby. Oh, we got the word over here. So let's see. Nope, not those. I forgot to put those back. Got all excited. It's alright, I'll put them back later. So we have pretty, which I like that. Let's do the pretty. Let's do pretty with the rose ticket. We're going to just do a very interesting, random, botanical pink. You know, it's not really styrofoam. What is this stuff? It's packing sheets of stuff, but it's not styrofoam. It's not foam. I don't know what they're considered. Like, I don't even know what it's considered. We just use it. It's just there, right? It's for packing stuff up that's glass that you don't want broken. That's what it is. A little distressed ink, or no, a little vintage. Here's our flare. I do need, I think, more lace. I can't help myself. I think we're just going to go a little bit of broken lace kind of feel up here. I don't think I want the washi. I thought I was going to, but if I do, I feel like it's too, what's the word? It's too straight across. It needs to be more jagged, and that is not what I want. I don't think it even hold up. Not a bad thing, but I don't know if it would hold. It's dark. Let's see. I love these things when they were way back when, but they don't cut. Not at all. Not in that. Well, that's not gonna work. Now my shears might work. I used to have a let's see. I probably shouldn't, but I use these things for everything, I'm afraid. Right? Because, you know, they cut fabric. So maybe they do cut a lot more materials. There we go. Maybe it's a little less. And then I could either put the little tiny white trim or something over that. I just want to know. I don't mind side by side. You know, down the sides I don't mind it being straight. And across the top I don't mind it being straight. Because the ink will pop out. But the bottom I don't think I want perfect. And now, because it is see-through, I'm wondering if I want to put some lace in places. Lace in places. Tiny lace, tiny lace, tiny lace. Excuse me, guys. I gotta figure out where my tiny lace is. My itty bitty tiny lace that we have. I know I have it. There it is. I mean, I know I have it. I don't think we have any more of this one. I think we're out of this one. This one's another, was a nice light, delicate lace too. Which keeps it light, but maybe not thick enough. I'm thinking more of this. And even if I ink it, I could put some pink ink over it, lay it up underneath. Yes, we're going to do that. Okay, so I need about this much. I need about this much. And I love white lace because, especially with Tim's oxides, I have so much fun inking, you know, white lace to colorize it the way I want or need or can create. It makes me so happy. Probably not. I don't know if that's what he, I don't think that's what he intended, but you know, ink is ink, right? Ink is a coloring of some sort. What was the other thing I was going to do? Oh, I keep talking about it, and I really do need to do it. There was something else I wanted to do, but I need to dunk his ink blot that I had went bad and see if I can get lavender water. If I can get lavender colored water, I needed to do it to something. I was just thinking about it earlier today. I'm like, I need to ink that. I don't remember what it was. Now I don't remember what it was. It'd be cool if I could make it purple, but what was it? Besides, of course, paper, but I wanted to. This is what happens when you're driving. You're driving to and from, you have nothing better to do but to think about stuff, which then you think about the craft stuff, which is great, right? Beautiful ideas in the car when you have nothing better to do, no one to talk to. Problem is, no one hears your ideas. No one hears your ideas, no one hears what's in your head, and then you come home and you get sidetracked and you forget what that was. Oh, shoot. I was going to dye something. Dye something lavender, but what it was, I do not know. So I just see, I don't know if you can tell, that's white, that's pink. I can even fold it in half. You can just barely see the difference. Probably not in the camera, it's probably way too bright. But I promise, I put pink on it. I'm like, I did a little pink. And that way, it's not, even if it just brings it down to make it a little more, I wouldn't say antique-y, because that's really not the case, but, you know, I don't need an antique. I just don't want it so bright. Because it is book page. It's not a bright white piece of paper. So I don't need bright white, accents. So there's that, so you can sort of see it. Tones down, whatever. We're going to bring this up here. I have a little bit more than I need, but that's okay. I want it to, probably won't go around the edges, but we never know. Okay. So we are taking something. We are making a piece of ephemera. Technically it's another pocket. I know. But it's something to go in the pocket. So maybe it's something that, oh, you know what I just thought of? Oh, of course I did. After the fact. All right. Hold on. You know what we need? To make it easier? Our thumb notches. The only thing about this one I always realize is that when I do something like this, I have to go in, upside down. Where I can't really, oh yes I can, right there. Okay, good. Sometimes you can't see what's inside the pocket and it's really hard. Oh, there we go. Okay, not too bad. And I might work around that. We're going to need a little hole punch there. A little bit of a thumb notch because it is a pocket that's, sort of tightly whatever. We don't want, some of that too. We want to make it easy to put stuff in and out. Even if it's a piece of paper, a note that you fold up and you put inside there, right? But whatever we decide to put in here, actually now I can bring it down and I like that even better. Okay. Whatever we decide to put in here, it is something to put in a pocket that is a pocket. I know. I can't help myself. It is so fun to make things, pocketed things. My trouble is being able to create enough stuff to fill the pockets with. So I created this to fill a big pocket. And now we just got to figure out how to fill the little pocket. Now we've got to decide what to do with the little pocket. And I might have a piece of ephemera somewhere that we can just throw in there. I know I was collecting some stuff the other day. Or I'm going to get a piece of, eco dye paper or something. And we'll tuck something in there. But we had to try to do something. But the only downside I just realized is that if it's going to get tucked into a pocket, we may not actually want to do the decorating on the bottom. We may want to have everything decorated here on top. Right? So after all of that, it's still details. There's still dimension there. I feel like we need to do that instead of putting it down below. Because if it is tucked into a pocket, we aren't going to see any of the pretty. And we don't want it to catch on any of the pretty. Oh, sorry. I'm realizing that my cut job is 50-50. Not peachy. But okay. So probably not going to go too much farther. I'm going to finish this and probably let you go. But at least you got to see my creative juices try to create something. Reusing, of course, packaging from a product. Because it is packaging. It is what this, in this case, it actually ended up being the packaging that keeps the plexiglass, phone cases, phone case covers intact while they ship it to you. All right, so I did do something. I did actually, this ended up being actual packaging instead of the product part that I was trying to repurpose. And, which was an epic fail, but hey, sometimes you have to, you try for one thing and it doesn't work, and so you try for something else. I'm all shoot. Because I knew I was going to have to glue the paper to the inside of the, well, we could do that part real quick though. What I was trying to do, I know what we can do really quick if I'm not using too much time, which I just realized, oh, there it is. I was like, where is my timer? It moved. It's off to the side. Isn't it? Plus, if this was a complete fail and the video totally, didn't work, which if you're seeing this, it worked. Yeah, I could just scrap it. I could care less. This was just some kind of fun thing to work on, try to do. Nothing's ever garbage. It truly is one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Right? We're turning it into something else. Instead of recycling it, instead of throwing it into the landfill, we are repurposing it. And you could even take things like this, any of your stuff, and glue it together and cover it up and make it as Happy Mail. It is a packaging to something cute that you give to somebody, right? So if I had a cute little journal ephemera piece that I didn't want to get destroyed, I could open it up, put it inside, and it would be protected as it got shipped to the person, right? Because there's not much going on here. This could be the cute little packaging. So there you go. It can be used many different ways, whether it be ephemera or whether it be a way to package up a cute little Happy Mail. You could throw jewelry in here. You could put a couple different things that we didn't want perfect, too terribly squished. You could put in here because it is that great packing foam, styrofoam, sheeted stuff. So, all right, there's that. It needs some pearls. I can't help myself. It has to have some pearls. Just don't know whether to go itty bitty or whether to go for the usual sheet stuff. I've been using the sheets lately because I really like the feel of the stitch work. I don't know why. I like the string in between it. For some reason, the string is speaking to me lately. It is doing beautiful. Oh, let's see. I'm going to do double. It's going to go to 2, 4, 5, and 7. So I need to cut that one. We're going to do a double layer, but they're going to be both odds so that it stacks a little. We're getting some. Do this for one of the other projects too. I don't know why I like the look. We did it vertically. Technically, a third row would be technically beneficial because it'd be 3, odd numbers on the one side and odd the other. But too late. It's okay. Just a little something down here. Look at that. It's just getting prettier and prettier by the minute. The only thing about leaving it open is it does dry out the glue. So I need to keep it closed, even though it's on its side. I need to keep it closed. I need to use my bottle toppers. Can't not use them. I know better. So hopefully next time you see me, if this all goes well, we will be working on an Easter project. I know. I did something for Valentine's, right? We did some ephemera for friends, right? We did the Happy Mail ephemera type thing. Happy Mail, best, BFF, Galentine things. So I am putting together, I don't think it's going to anybody per se, just because it's super cute. I wanted to do something for Easter. My Easter kit's pretty bright. I don't even know where all the pieces are for it. So I'm like, yeah, maybe not. But Joey Card Maker came out with a cute take and go, or take and make, I would say take and go, take and make ephemera kit free on his Ko-fi page. And so, I wanted to play with that. And so I figured on the next one, I do my one and done Easter project, and got a little inspiration also from Shabby Dabby Doodah. So that will be on the next video, especially if I figured out how this all works, and it all comes out beautifully. I want to. So this is really thin. Like, this would almost be something I could, if it was printed on the back, I could fold it, tweak it, tuck it inside, make it more of a little document pocket, little note pocket. I need to find a really cute piece of paper that, I think I need to find a cute piece of paper that I can fold, in thirds long ways and tuck it in. And I think that'd actually be really cute to add into one of the pockets in the Altar Journal book. So there we go. I've made a pocket, but it's a little ephemera pocket thing that we're going to put some note paper in it and put that to good use. And, yeah, I mean, it's something thin, something not that thin, but thin, that can go in it. And, I think I have is it super thin or super thick, right? Don't have anything in between, so I'm going to have to make something in between. Yeah, it's the wrong colors. And a little short. But I was like, yeah, I could cut this down from one of the scraps and I could tuck it in, right? And it's pretty much prepped, ready to go. And that's not a bad idea. I could do something like that. Just take off the brighter pink and it would match nicely to get tucked in there if I wanted to. But I think I'm going to find a document page or a piece of coffee dye paper that is eco-dyed or whatever, and be able to put, so I can put it in like a note, like a note page or note paper, and make it something you can pull out and write on and then tuck it back inside. So there we go. From this, right, that was holding a, now watch, they're sticking to each other. Isn't that crazy? That was holding, this goes on the front of your phone. It keeps it protected, but it wasn't as sticky as I was expecting. It didn't have the proper sticky. It has a totally different mechanism, but it was inside. Even though I couldn't cover this to make a journal card, they were housed inside these styrofoam padded sheet protectors, right? And we turned one of these guys into this. Something just cute and simple to stuff something inside. Another journal card, journal tag, tuck it in a big pocket, and you've got a cover. Cute little pocket, cute little cover for Happy Mail, notes, documents, any little thing. And I can keep going. You just can keep layering it up as you see fit, but covered it with book page, and away we go. So thank you all so very much. Love you all oh so much, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.